Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the training seminar, for effective work communication in the workplace for our management team here at Wintech Businesses. I will start by sharing a PowerPoint that Miss Renisha Francis will be going through with us. So let's look at the key takeaway points that us here as managers at Wintech would like to get back from this seminar. We should be able to practice effective communication as this is the key to a growing and developing organization. It also helps to facilitate good employer-employee relationships, which will result in the provision of good customer service and customer satisfaction. Let us now look at what is effective communication. Some key points are it is better get a better response from all stakeholders, quick in problem solving, and strong decision making. Let us now watch a video of what is effective work understanding communication for the workplace.
Let's talk about workplace communication. There are lots of ways to communicate. It's how we share ideas and convey messages so that we can get things done. But not all communication is the same. And to succeed in the workplace, you need to understand and be able to use specific types of workplace communication. Communication in the workplace is usually quite formal. You'll need to be clear and respectful when you're dealing with your colleagues and customers, and it's important to use the right kind of communication for the place where you are working. There are lots of different kinds of workplaces. Some require you to be very formal and use professional language, but other workplaces are more relaxed. You need to tailor your communication to suit where you are. There are a few key types of workplace communication. At work, you'll communicate verbally in person and on the phone or via Zoom, so be clear and try not to waffle. Listen as much as you talk, and pay attention to the person you're speaking to, so that you can check if you've gotten the message across. You'll also need to write emails, letters, reports, quotes, and contracts, so work on your spelling and grammar, because errors at work can make you look unprofessional. If you'd like to work on your communication skills, there are a couple of things you can do. Tip number 1 is to pay attention to the feedback you get about your communication from your teachers. You'll get feedback in all your subjects, not just English. So look for frequent problems, such as advice to proofread your work or suggestions to slow down your speaking and presentations. Tip number 2 is to learn how to listen. This means you need to read body language and be aware of your own, and leave space for others to have their say. Ask questions if you don't understand, and always be polite. Tip number 3 is to practice when you can. Make sure your emails are professional. Create a signature block and check your spelling before you press send. Write thank you letters and jump up opportunities to present, both in person and online. It'll help you get more comfortable when you need to do those things at work. Communication is a skill we can all work on, and you don't need to enroll in a course or pay a tutor to improve. Think about the kind of communicator you want to be, and practice when you can, so you'll be ready for the workplace.
Right. I'm now going to hand over to Miss Francis for her to go through the rest of the training seminar. And it's hearing you.
Thank you, Ms. Chambers, for that introduction. Firstly, we're going to look at the recommendations for an effective communication process. The first that we have here is to be concise. Keep it real in delivering your message. Be truthful and complete as possible. We also try to maintain using less jargon and big words where the staff cannot understand, as this may lead to misunderstanding at times. Transparent and let employees know if there are details you simply cannot share due to confidentiality. Timely. You don't have to wait until you have all the information to deliver the message. Share what you can as you can. If the message does not come from you directly, people will tend to fill in information gaps, rumors, or assumptions, then this may lead to low morale and lack of productivity. Next, we have encourage feedback. Just as you use multiple channels to communicate your message to employees, consider using these channels to encourage feedback from them as well. It's important that your employees feel comfortable sharing their questions and concerns. So your organization's communication flow should be a two-way channel, not a monologue, but we promote dialogue. You encourage feedback and listen to what employees have to say. Send a message to your employees that their opinion matters. Next, we look at take input from all staff in the decision-making process. Doing this would involve others in the decision-making process. You can create an opportunity for colleagues to share ideas, learn from each other, maintain the work in going after that common goal. This in turn does collaboration. Then we have accessibility and storage of information. Firstly, you must collect the raw data system for relevant information so that it can be easily retrieved when needed. Next, we are going to look at the problem-solving mechanisms to increase sales. Now, by looking at this chart, you see that there is an outline as well as a step-by-step process in solving whatever workplace issues or problems that may arise. Finding the problem. How do you find the problem? Monitor and you do reporting. Next, identify causes. We are identifying what caused the problem. Doing this, we have data analysis and testing of various variables. Generating solutions. We come across these ideas by brainstorming. We do some collaboration, so where employees get the opportunity to give or to voice their opinion. Implementing solutions. Now, by doing this, we have to do some planning and also project management. And we get to the good now, evaluating your success. And by doing this, the results to comparison and analysis. Now let's move on to methods used to increase sales. First method we have here is advertising. Advertising your products or services to make customers aware of what you are offering, what goods or services you have to offer. And it will give the specific details how they can be satisfied when using such products or services. Rebranding and packaging is another. Sometimes your products are being ignored because the product is packaged. Either it is bulky or the labeling is not attractive and the colors are dull. So the eyes tend to buy with your eyes. Customers perceive in what they see and based upon the packaging and labeling of a product, they will want to try it, even if for the first time they're seeing this product. It is important to improve the marketing strategy, as time goes by. Referrals, goods and services. As the saying states, one good customer leads to multiple sales. If you have a satisfied customer, that customer will refer your goods or services to others, and they will in turn do the same, just building a chain reaction which will boost sales. Giving excellent customer service. By giving excellent customer service, it will retain customers and they will in turn encourage others to do business with you. Information travels fast through grapevine. Good customer service facilitates that. And we know in our country amount goals. You can research in ways to improve your customer service by going to customer service seminars, invest in local and overseas organizations that drastically improve in customer service as well. See what they have done differently, implement some of those ideas in your business. Now we look at justifications to facilitate and encourage participation. Now, some of these justifications include group discussion, which promotes a deeper understanding of a topic and increase long-term retention. By involving others in group discussions, ideas and thoughts are shared, and this is called networking. It can be internal as well as external. Employees can seek information from businesses with similar ideas, operation, and share them in these discussions, or can be from personal experiences. And we'll move on to the next slide, which look at methods in efficiency in resource management. Now let's talk about these methods. The first one I will look at plan for uncertainty. Planning for what you don't know. Planning for what future might bring. There are two things that is normally used in our Jamaican dialect. Trouble not set like rain, or prevention is better than cure. These phrases are used today. While we do understand that we cannot know beforehand what can go wrong, neither do we know when it will go wrong. We are planning ahead just in case. Diversity of suppliers. Having more than one supplier that can supply the goods we use in organization in the event of a short. Bus provides a transportation for employees in the event of a strike or natural disaster. In the event of a strike like what had happened a couple months ago with, the taxi operators. Moving along, let's look at the other efficiency method. We should always plan for unexpected circumstances, especially if the company is one that micromanage a large group of persons. An organization can prepare for uncertainties by one or A, avoid setting or close deadlines. Doing so, organization prevents employees from being pressured, as well as it gives opportunities for task completion. B, monitor staff performances. It helps with knowing each employee's capabilities, whether there is need for improvement, coaching, or mentoring. Care resource workload. This will ensure the capacity of resource. This will ensure that the capacity of resource responds to the resource demand. Damaged resources can be harmful to the environment as well as it can lead to employees becoming exhausted and discouraged. Employees being exhausted due to proper resources can lead to lawsuits. Therefore, it is of high importance to monitor resources. Engage staff members. This is a vital role in an organization as it determines the quality of work an employee delivers. It's simply because employees are motivated and empowered to make decisions because of their boost in their performance. Next slide, we're going to talk about evaluation of communication strategy. Now, in any team, members need to interact and communicate with one another from time to time. Communication not only strengthen the bond among the team members, but also facilitate the overall process of information sharing. Additionally, communication is a vital part of our life outside of work. It's better to level up our communication and make it one of our key strengths. Let's look at the most effective communication strategy that the team at Win follow, which will make team interaction both fun and rewarding. First one is encourage one-on-one communication. So this is important to develop a bond, to understand your teammates in a better way. When you talk to others, personal level, you get to know more about them. The interaction level will be so much higher. You can read their body language, know about the communication methods that they are most comfortable with, and you will also know about the visual tools they use more. Additionally, when you need to share some confidential information with someone, you need to communicate one-on-one with someone who you can trust. You can easily talk about matters in private and get suggestions from a single person without involving other persons or people from the team. Make use of multiple modes of communication. Now, some people prefer to talk face to face, while others find it more effective to send text message to convey information. Everyone has their own set of preferred mode of communication. However, convey our messages with everyone on the team without any friction, we need to make ourselves comfortable with different mode of communication. Promote feedback during communication session. Right. Communication is a two-way process. Information cannot be exchanged effectively if the flow of information is unidirectional. Unidirectional, we're talking about where information is only flowing in a single direction. For instance, shared some information with your team and no one asked or discussed the information with you. Feedback plays a vital role in improving the overall effectiveness of communication by enabling the flow of information in the upward direction. Also, the most common example of feedback is questions that you ask at the end of a presentation. Feedback can be in the form of doubt, suggestions, or thoughts that you will get after you communicate the message. Jot down all the key points of a discussion. Communicating with your team or your team, especially during a discussion or a meeting, to witness the flow of a significant amount of information and ideas. However, it's difficult to retain all the useful information that is shared verbally with one another. As a result, it is likely to lose most parts of the conversation that may come in handy. Ensure that discussion brings results. Information does not get lost. We need to note down every piece of information that is valuable. This way, we can secure many ideas that otherwise would have been lost. Take time for one-on-one. Keeping with creating an open environment, it is important to set up one-on-one meetings. That is either between managers and supervisors or supervisors and line staff or managers and line staff. In doing this, members get the opportunity to come up with questions or problems or suggestions. One-on-ones are great opportunities to talk to team members about their performance they're struggling with, how they can be better supported. It will also lead into them feeling uh, they're feeling like they're of value or knowing their value. Feedback mechanisms that are used to analyze view communication activities. Now we're going to look at company surveys. It allows customers to give constructive criticism about services that they receive from the organization, as well as this medium provides the information with the organization, with information that is vital to company growth. There's also the use of memos. These are used internally where uh, the employees are given the opportunity to respond to messages and how they feel about the organization. I am now going to turn over to Miss Abby with the question and answer section of the seminar. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. All
Good
right.
night.
Any
So,
questions?
yes, my question is, what are the different barriers to communication in the workplace?
Um, one of those it would be lack of transparency. Lack of transparency is one, as well as the need for not having the open door conversations that can cause barriers. Um, no medium of no channel, no communication channel, and persons not understanding, not knowing what to do, as it regards to no job description or stuff like that set for them to know where and how to do their job.
All right, thank you for that one.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Yes. All right. What role communicate customer service plays in an organization?
That plays a very vital role within an organization as it helps to build customers' loyalty and trust. And it also gives employees a feel of freedom, well, not necessarily freedom, but it gives employees a more reliable to say that they can assist customers because they know what they're doing. Any other?
I have a final question. Going forward, what do you think will be the best mode of communication that WinTech business enterprise can use that will be most effective in the workplace?
As Ms. Francis did make mention, the use of memos, the use of reports, the use of emails, and so forth. So those we need to put in place, implement those so that the employees know how to move forward, where they are standing, what tasks they're supposed to complete, and when they are to complete those tasks.
All right, thank you for answering my questions.
You're welcome.
Okay. Question that I want to ask is that going forward, do you think the recommendations in terms of WhatsApp group, the CUG, it would be effective in winter?
Yes, it would be because it's a medium of fast response, replies, and easy access, basically. So if an employee needs to know something, for example, an employee is not at work, it's an easy access for persons because most persons use and have phones or to have phones at hand. So that would be easy for persons who are on floor who needs a fast answer to just simply send a message. As I said before, each person, we are in a modern world now, so most persons do have access to phones. So it would be an easier reply and a fast going process for us. So yes, it would be effective.
Okay. That's my final question.
All right, no problem.
All
Thank you
right.
for answering all those questions, and I hope my answers were useful to some extent.
I thank you, and I want to thank everyone for joining our meeting. And going forward, I hope that we will be able to use all the methods and all the information and data shared with us in furthering tech business. Thank you.
You're welcome, and I do hope so
For
too.
having us.
All righty then.